Entrepreneur rhymes. How do you spend your time? Well, I spend mine mostly deciphering encrypted message from the mouth of a toddler. Take a nap, kids, I'ma go chill with your father. Boot up, watching shows, but why we even bother? Baby crying, kids is whining, we could try again tomorrow. But what if it never comes or we're isolated? Although shoulda, woulda, coulda, bet you wish you never waited just to stop and smell the roses or go for a walk. Call your grams on the phone for some menial talk. It's a menial thought till it's not your choice. Don't let a voicemail be the last time you hear a voice. It's a crazy time and it's a painful thing to see so many of my people suffering. It's a horrible loss that many of us have. Instead of giving in to fear, I grab my pen and my pad, put my heart on paper, trying to make you laugh. I could have waited, but I didn't, and for that I'm glad. I started crafting up some jokes to bring some hope to some folks. Got some feedback, watched the playback, took some notes in the lab, writing fast. I record every week. That was whack. Try again. I don't care if I sleep. I'ma get this thing right. God is strong when I'm weak. This is not about me. What some of y'all don't peep is the fact that I inspire. I'm a leader, not a sheep. Cause if the rocks can cry out, what's my reason not to speak? People dying just for living, hundreds hungry in the street. Knock my hustle if you want, but my baby's gonna eat. I never thought I'd own a business, it became reality. Building family and legacy. Fun Friday comedy. Come check.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the host of Fun Friday Comedy, Jori O'Neale.
Hello and good evening, folks. It is such good to be here. I am your host for Fun Friday Comedy, Jori O'Neale. And the individual that you heard announce me is the one who keeps me from getting sued. None other than DJ DeSoto. Oh, yeah. Yes. So tonight, folks, I'm a little tongue-tied because I'm emotional. I'll be honest with you. I'm emotional. It is with such sadness and a heavy heart that I announced to you guys today that summer is basically officially over. I don't like. Aww. I know. Oh. School is starting back for some next week, right? School. Going back to school. I know the question on everybody's minds is, why? Like, why? Why are we going back to school? I don't understand. Why are we doing this, folks? Why are we doing this? I know a lot of people are concerned, as they should be, about the potential spike in COVID. And some people are struggling, right? A lot of parents are struggling. Should I send my child, right, and hope for the best? Or should I keep them home and hope I don't kill them? Listen, working from home with children is so frustrating. I know, right? Because I'm not just like a parent, I'm also a teacher, right? And just the idea, it brings so much stress and anxiety to so many, just trying to work from home with little ones at home, right? And so on the other side, right? So some people are worried about the spike in COVID. I am honestly more concerned about COVID stupidity. What? Right? Just individuals doing really dumb things during COVID. When the pandemic first broke out, this is a true story. Now, there's a guy went to Costco with his wife and kids, And so this is when like things got kind of like dark ages, like, end of days when people are like hoarding everything. And so this guy goes to a cart and he's like rummaging through the cart and he's like looking through it, right? And so the owner of the cart comes back, right? The owner of the cart comes back and he's like, hey, I'm so sorry, that's my cart. And so the guy says to the owner of the cart as he's rummaging through this dude's stuff, you don't need all this. I'm sorry, how could you tell that just from looking at this man's cart, what he needs and what he doesn't need? So folks, what I didn't tell you, right, is that the cart belongs to a 6'1", 200-pound plus black man. All right, now listen, the rest of the story, to be honest with you, like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Here's what you need to know. Black fists matter, okay? That's what you need to know. You don't go through rummaging no man's cart. What's wrong with you? Yes, that's what I'm more concerned about. I'm more concerned about people making poor life choices because of COVID stupidity. Like, seriously. So I'm trying to find like different ways to reduce stress and anxiety. And so, I went through a reliable source because I want to make sure that it's good, right? It's fact checked, it's foolproof. So, I went to the best source I could possibly go to, Facebook, right? Right? No, listen. I Facebook is super reliable. I am always able to count on my friends giving me the worst advice possible, right? So I took to Facebook, and so I would like to do for you right now a segment that you're gonna see in Fun Friday Comedy Season 3 called Ask Facebook. Okay, so this is a segment where I'm any life choices that I need to make, any big decisions, I'm just gonna ask people on Facebook and see what they say, right? Because some of you watching actually live like that. That's how you live. I thought it was funny. Maybe the sound engineer lives that way too. So. Late dry laugh. I don't know. We'll take it though. So I asked Facebook, right? I said, how does everyone deal during COVID, reducing stress and anxiety levels? And I got a myriad of responses. Like I got stuff like gardening, right? It's good stuff. Planting, helping the ozone. Like I garden. It's very relaxing. I got things people said like, I exercise. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. Endorphins are induced. Your cortisone levels decrease. Good stuff. I do that too. I don't do that one. I couldn't even keep a straight face. That's so bad. I could keep a straight face. Other people said like they spend time with their family, their loved ones, significant others. I got movies. Some people like to do a little, comedy, a couple people. None to be mentioned currently. But the top 3, out of like 90 people responded, right? So, that's pretty good, Facebook post. 90 people responded. Out of the 90 people, the top 3 responses were, and I kid you not, drinking, CBD oil. Now, some of you are laughing, but y'all don't even know what that is. That's just liquid weed, folks. Like, you can rub it, touch it, smell it, eat it. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with it. But it's basically weed oil. That's pretty much what it is. And the last one was just drugs. They just drugs. I asked, there was nothing specific. I did ask. He responded, good drugs. Oh man, folks, you can't make this stuff up. So I didn't want to change the title of the show. The title of the show is Goodbye Summer. I was kind of tempted to turn it to Good Drugs, except I need a job to go back to in September, so can't go around making comedy shows called Good Drugs. It's not gonna work. So Facebook is funny. Facebook is hilarious. So I'm scrolling Facebook, as many people do, midday, just like, oh, squirrel. Oh, time to see Facebook, right? Like, that's really how it goes. You're doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, Facebook is what you're doing. So a friend, she posts that, I thought this was an actual request. This is how daft I am sometimes. She asked anyone if they had an extra large, oversized tent to be used outdoors. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, well, we have a tent, but wait, extra large? Why do you need an extra large tent? Like, you shouldn't be gathering a lot of people. And so I read the rest of the post, and she writes, the extra large tent. Does anyone have an extra large tent for a large gathering of people outdoors? Please let the mayor and the chancellor know, because it seems that the circus is still in town because these clowns haven't finished practicing their tricks. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, I'm jacking that. So Jessica, appreciate you. Thank you for that. So, and that's it for Ask Facebook, because after so much time, you should stay off Facebook. You really should. Don't go there. Wow, that was a short laugh. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy that? Thank you. I'm glad you did. So I don't know. My thought is that she was, there were some expletives in that post also. I'm not going to mention those, but I had a feeling that she wasn't very pleased or impressed with the city's decision to move forward and reopen schools, the New York City DOE. And I get it, right? I'm a parent and a teacher. As a parent, I don't want my kids to be unsafe, right? As a teacher, I myself don't want to be unsafe. I don't want my colleagues to be impacted or infected negatively, right? And so the city is yet, honestly, at this point, to provide adequate technology for kids to do remote learning. They haven't provided any way for the teachers to each have their own personal PPE, as well as the students and other necessary staff, secretaries, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists. The list goes on and on with all the ists, right? And then there's just the simple fact of ensuring the actual space that the kids who do return to school go into is safe, right? Is there a cleaning schedule? Is there some sort of plexiglass that's put in between each student, right, to reduce the risk of contact? Like, things like this, like, these have yet to be done, but we're supposed to go and teach. And my problem is, like, all right, so I'm teaching remotely. Full disclosure, I chose to teach remotely, right? But my kid starts pre-K. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think my kid's gonna learn a lot from a screen, a 4-year-old, in my living room twice a week, and still be prepared for kindergarten. I don't see that happening. Like, I tried to help my 6-year-old, right, when he was doing remote learning in the springtime. And listen, I kid you not, this boy, he had a math problem. A 6-year-old had a math problem. All right, 2 trains are traveling to Mississippi. Each train is 100 kilometers away from Mississippi. Train A is traveling at 90 miles an hour. Train B is traveling at 75 miles an hour. And they both leave at 3 o'clock. What time will train A arrive, and how much sooner will it get there than train B? Now, if you caught any of that, God bless, right? I was reading this. I read it multiple times. Like, this, helping this little boy had me doing the look in the sky math. Like, you know, when you don't know something and you're trying to figure it out, you're like, So train A is like 90, so we got 90. So 90, 3 o'clock, okay, 60 minutes, 100 kilometers. You add the 2, divided by 3, carry the 1. I got it. Boy, you better go ask your daddy. I don't know this. I'm like, what test is this on? You're in first grade. This is ridiculous. I don't understand. I'm like, look, if I can't help my 6-year-old, there's no way I'm going to be able to help my 4-year-old. I can't. Listen, I mean, I don't know. Has anyone ever met a 4-year-old? Like, seriously, like, the attention span alone is so short. Squirrel? Like, literally, that's a 4-year-old at work, and you want them to sit in front of a computer and actually learn something? Like, hello? Oh, you can see me? Oh, you can hear me too. Oh, mommy, they can see me and they can hear me. Oh, hi, what teacher? What you want me to do? What? Okay, I'll touch the computer. Oh, don't touch the computer. No, don't touch the computer. Keep my hands to myself, but I'm already by myself. Mommy, she wants me to keep my hands to myself, but I'm already by myself. Oh, hi, Flint. Hi, how are you? Okay, don't touch the screen. Okay, I won't touch the screen. I'll keep my hands to myself. Okay, but don't keep my hands to myself. I'm already by myself. I don't understand. Mommy, she wants me to learn. It's not gonna happen. All right. I don't know about you guys, but loud, stinky. Yes, I said stinky. All right. I don't know. I bathe my 4-year-old every morning, but by 3 o'clock she smells like hot holy mess. I don't understand what that's about. Where she goes, I'm not sure. But you want these little loud, stinky humans to be able to retain information from a computer screen. Well, that right there is a joke in itself. Listen, all I know is if y'all do remote learning fully, when I pay my Long Island school taxes, y'all jokers better at the same time pay my electric bill for my house. Because my house is where my kid goes to school. So my school taxes should cover where my kid goes to school. That's all I know, man. Crazy, man. Man, there's so many things about going back to school that I was so looking forward to. Like, honestly, like, I enjoy the routines and the schedules. Like, I'm tired of my kids staying up way too late at night. I don't know about you guys, but like, right? The kids stay up way too late right now. I'm like, when they're at school, I could I can encourage them to go to bed a little earlier. Right now, it's like, oh, they're staying up way too late. So I look forward to going back to school for the routines and the schedules, right? What else do I look for? I look forward to overtime pay. I love Procession. Procession is wonderful. If you don't know what that is, go phone a teacher or you can ask Facebook, all right? Both reliable sources. Trust me. What else do I look forward to? Oh, I look forward to eating right and exercising on my way to and from work. I look forward to that. No, I don't. I'm gonna see what you did. No, I just need to be paying attention. No, I don't like those things. I don't like them. No, but the thing that I do enjoy, back to school shopping. I like the back to school shopping. I'm gonna really miss that really long list of school supplies that my kid gets every year. Of like 1 million unnecessary items, because who needs 7 glue sticks? Seriously, who needs 7 glue sticks? Like, I'm pretty sure that most teachers are using the extra supplies to then give to their own children, so they don't have to buy the supplies for school. At least I know I was. I'm just saying, Oh man, but I'm gonna miss that. Oh, and the back to school shopping. Back to school shopping for the clothes, for the shoes. I'm not gonna miss that part. I'm not gonna miss that. I'm not gonna miss taking small children to department stores. That one you can keep. You can keep that one. I'm good. I do online shopping now. The only bad thing about online shopping is if it's not right. So I mean, it's easy to buy like 7 glue sticks online, but it's more difficult to buy like clothing, especially if it doesn't fit properly on a small human. So like, I've been having a really tough time with customer service. Like, seriously, like, customer service be bringing me to Jesus. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, I'll be getting angry. I'll be like losing my religion sometimes. Like, man, like, call customer service. Like, I got my kid a computer. I called customer service because I bought a new computer. But they sent me a refurbished one. was not a refurbished price. I paid a new price. So I need a new computer. So I called customer service, and the lady answered. She's like, "Hi, I'm Josie. Thanks for calling customer service. How can I help you?" I'm like, hey, Josie, how you doing? Can I put you on a brief hold, please? Sure, yeah, why not, right? And then the jazz music comes on. It's the same jazz song like every customer service. I don't understand that part. So the jazz music is playing, and I'm like, all right, okay. 15 minutes passes. 15 minutes. All right, so I'm getting angry at this point. I'm like, 15 minutes? You know how much I could have done? Do you know how much Facebook I've missed in the last 15 minutes? So she comes back and she's like, "Hi, I'm Josie. Thanks for calling customer service. How can I help you?" I'm like, "Hey, Josie. All right, listen. So my son, we ordered a computer for him, and we ordered a new computer, but you all sent us a refurbished computer. I'm sorry. Can you please hold? Okay, fine. Jazz music comes back on. 5 minutes pass. I'm like, listen, when this lady gets on the phone, I'm just gonna throw the order number at her, and I'm gonna ask to speak to her manager. That's what I'm gonna do." So she gets back on the phone, and she's like, "Hi, it's Josie." I'm like, "I know it's Josie. I know it's you, okay? I know. You can stop doing that. I know. Listen, you sent me the wrong computer. Well, do you have the order number?" Yes, I have the order number ready. I have it right now. So don't put me on hold. Here's the order number. ZR715GK2091. All right? Okay, so can I read that back to you? Sure. Go ahead. Z as in zebra, R as in Roger, 719, G as in George, K as in King, 20901. I think so. Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't handle that in this department. I'll have to transfer you. Please, you're going to be placed on a brief hold now. Bye-bye. Like, Trying to get you every time, man. Get you every time. Now my son got a refurbished computer. What am I supposed to do with that? But yeah, I love customer service about as much as I love, like, repeating myself in the McDonald's drive-thru. Like, those have to be like top tier, like both like the worst things in the universe. Some of you are judging like, "Oh, McDonald's, you go to McDonald's?" Like, yes, I go to McDonald's with all of my children. So most recently, right, went to McDonald's. Kids were at a soccer camp. Went to McDonald's after the soccer camp. I go to the window and I'm like, "Here, give me this, give me that, whatever. Lots of food, lots of humans, we eat." Okay, so, and he's like, "All right, I'll read it back to you." He reads it back to me. I'm like, "All right, sounds good." So he's like, "All right, next window, please." Gotta go to the next window to pay. So I get to the next window to pay, and the guy's like, $12.43, please. I'm like, $12.43? Nope, not my order. He's like, "Oh, no, yes, $12.43. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I ordered about like $43 worth of food. So I feel the judgment. Listen, there's 6 of us, okay? So there's 6 of us, 6 times divided by 7, 42. Listen, there's a lot of people, a lot of food, all right? That's all you need to know. So I'm like, "That's not my order. I'm certain." He's like, "What did you order?" And I'm like, now mind, $43 worth of food at McDonald's. It's a good amount of orders. Like, it's not a small task. It's not a walk in the park, right? And I'm like, I don't remember what I ordered. Something with nuggets. I don't remember. I'm like, wait. Aren't you making it? Shouldn't you be making it? Don't you know what I ordered? So I'm sitting here struggling to remember. I had to be sitting at this pay window for like 2 minutes, which in like drive-through time is like 8 hours, right? So this guy's like, I'm like, "Dude, just look at the screen." He's like, "Oh, yeah. I got it. Okay, yeah, $43. I'm like, all right, great. So I go in my car. I'm like, "What in the goodness? Come on, man. This isn't a difficult job. Just read the screen, push a button. Come on, bro." So I get to the last window to get the food, And then the lady hands me like this large soda, and I'm like, wait, stop. Okay. Immediately, I know this is not my order. This is not my order. I don't drink large sodas from McDonald's. All right, like I'm not bougie. I prefer to eat my calories than to drink my calories. 1, 2. I have 4 kids. Like I can't hold a large McDonald's drink and 4 kids. Like something's gonna spill. And it has. And usually it's my kids, because I'm like, as much money as this soda costs, I'm not dropping it. I'm not dropping it. Right? So the girl's like, oh, this isn't your order? I'm like, no, this isn't my order. It's wrong. And she's like, well, what did you order? And I'm like, wow. And so I caught myself. I was so close. I was so close to saying, what's wrong with you people? But like she was Latin, and then I couldn't remember like if the other 2 dudes was Latin, so like I didn't want to be like, oh, what's wrong with you people, like that. And then I was like, But then I felt like kind of good, because I was like, oh, I don't remember what the other people were, and I was like, oh yes, good, I don't see color. Oh no, I was like, what has COVID done? It turned me to a racist? Like, what's happening? So I'm just sitting there like in my head, like all these thoughts, like, with like this weird half smile at the lady, like, And my son, God bless my son's like, lady, my mom ordered $43 worth of food. Can you just give us our chicken nuggets, please? And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, oh, this is the order. And she gives it to me. I'm still like, thanks. My son's like, thank you very much, lady. Have a nice day. I'm like, man, listen, my son, God bless my son. That boy rescued me. I was like, goodness gracious, man. Like, I drove away sheepishly still. I'm like, is that what I think now? You people? I don't see color. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, guys, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the kids to go back to school. I'm not. If my son leaves me, who's going to protect me from the inner racist? Well, I guess you guys are just going to have to tune in to season 3 and find out. I'm Jori O'Neale. This is Fun Friday Comedy. You guys have been great. Peace.
Friday rocks!